My name is Rodney Bennet. I'm from Asheboro, North Carolina, by way of Boston, Massachusetts. I am a visual storyteller. I use whatever mediums I need to in order to help me tell the story I want. Comic illustration is my favorite style. I've always loved superheroes and cartoons and things of that nature since I was a little guy. I was always trying to draw those characters and things of that nature, and also wanting to create my own characters. I remember asking my mom, when did I start drawing? And she said she really didn't know. She said she noticed that I could draw really well when I was 6. They were always trying to find artistic outlets for me, getting me in community programs, or making sure that I take advantage of all the opportunities that were there for me, artistically. When I was in college at North Carolina Central University, go Eagles! I had a lot of great instructors, and one of my instructors in painting, John Hughley, he noticed that I was afraid to pick up a brush and start painting. At that time, all I thought I knew how to do was draw. Between him, Dr. Archer DeBella, Rosie Thompson, Isabel Shakur, they spent a lot of time working with me, pulling these abilities out of me, helping me to see that I was capable of excelling in whatever medium I decided that I wanted to work in. But within myself, I had to agree with the fact that I could do it. Somebody can tell you that you're capable of doing something, but if you don't agree with that and then start working in that direction, you'll never be able to tap in to what's inside of you. And so that was the big lesson that I learned, and I didn't realize I was learning it at that time. It was years later into my arthood that I recognized what it was that they were teaching me. I said, man, and so now I use that in whatever it is I decide that I want to tackle, I want to go into. I have to, remind myself that, hey, you can do this. You just got to put some time in. My belief is I want to be equally capable and excellent in whatever I decide I'm going to do. If I pick up a brush, I want to be excellent. I want to have the same level of excellence if I get some clay and I get my hands on it and I want to sculpt. When I pick up a pencil or some charcoal or some Conte crayon or colored pencil, if I want to work with ink, if I want to work with watercolor, if I want to work, whatever it is that I decide I want to do, it's my objective to be equally excellent in each one. I never know what a client wants me to do. When they call me, email me, text me, instant message me, or whatever, I don't know what it is that they want, but I need to be down for the program. I need to be able to do it. I am art instructor full-time. So I'm teaching the next generation, trying to give them, some of the insights that I've gathered, sharing that with them while just, doing plenty of commission work and working on my own intellectual properties, books, characters, and things of that nature. And then, helping other people with projects that they might have going on and stuff like that. I love working with the kids, man. Yeah. I do. I love it. I love my job. Love it. Absolutely love it. When I decided that I wanted to pursue comic illustration, I felt like I had stories I wanted to tell, and but I just didn't know the nuts and bolts of how you go about creating a comic, how the ins and outs and stuff. And I remember going to my first convention as somebody bringing artwork for people to review, my portfolio. And so, like, I had a portrait work in there, and then I had my attempt at storytelling. Well, the portrait work was tight. Everything was tight. They liked that stuff. But when it came to the storytelling, they were like, well, you need some help in these areas, right? And so when they told me what I needed to do, I was like, I said, okay. I said, well, I don't live in New York. I'm not going back to school to do this. I said, man, I need some help. So I prayed and I asked God to help me, and I said, well, I believe that the insight, the talent, the information, that energy, God is the orchestrator of that. I said, so if he gave these other people who are known as, like the Mount Rushmore of, comic artists, who created the fundamentals that every comic artist uses, right? If he gave them that, then surely he'll allow me to tap into that so I can get some understanding and be able to do what I want to do and what I need to do. So I just prayed and asked him to do that. And the crazy thing was, I didn't feel nothing magical, mystical happen. But when I got on the table and started working, that was when ideas would come to me. It would just flood in. And I knew it wasn't just coming from me because I wasn't thinking like that. Mm-hmm. So the ideas started coming and I started working on paper. And before I could even get it done, I'm looking at it like, that is hot. I'm like, man, I didn't even think to do this like this or to look at it like that, And so that's my approach for everything I do. Anything that I'm trying to do, I'm not sure of how to do it. I pray and I ask God to help me. And then I just go and start doing it. I'm not waiting on something, but I just go on and start doing it after I pray. And then ideas and things start coming to me. And then I start working with it, And so, like, that's one of the things I share with my students. I'm like, look, whatever it is that you need or that you're trying to do, you need to master, you want to get good at, it's going to take some effort. You got to put forth an effort. You can't just look for something to happen and don't do nothing. It's give and take. It's always give and take. You got to give something before you can take anything. You got to give. And so you got to do that. And you got to be willing to keep doing it until you see something happen. You don't know what's in you. You know what I'm saying? You don't know. You just gotta, fool with it. You gotta fool with it and start doing different things and see what happens. The only person you need to be in competition with is yourself. Mm-hmm. I said, because when you compete, there is a subconscious thinking that there's some lack involved. Mm-hmm. Somebody's lacking here, you're lacking this, you're lacking that. That's negativity that you don't need to foster. It should always be about creation, not competition.